Hi, I'm Sarah with the Beloit Public Library, and thank you for watching this video today. We're going to make a drum and talk a little bit about rhythm and keeping a beat with our drum. And I'm sure you've all grabbed pots and pans from the kitchen and some wooden spoons and banged on drums. You can feel free to do that today if you want to have a really loud drum, but these drums are a little bit quieter and fun to make. So basically all you need is any sort of container. It can be like a plastic container, cardboard container with a lid. If you don't have that, you could even use a bucket. And you can decorate it however you want. With this one, I did some yarn wrapping, and how you do that is you just really need yarn and maybe a little glue. And just to kind of get it started, you can use some glue here. And it's very simple. You just keep wrapping, and you can kind of push it up with your fingers as you go. Really don't need to glue the whole thing. You can just keep wrapping it tightly. But if the glue helps, you can put more glue on there if you want. And then I usually just glue the very end to keep it on there and let that dry. So that's one option. You can also just do like a collage, or you could paint. I cut out some cute little animals here, and so that's an easy way to cover up a little container, is just gluing some images, or you could glue some paper on and draw on it, or paint it, or whatever you want to do. So just use your imagination and make your drum. You can go ahead and decorate your drum later. If you want to just jump right in, you'll also need some drumsticks. I'm just using some pencils. You can use sticks from the yard, whatever you have lying around. So now we have our little drum. Every drum sounds a little different. So it's kind of neat to experiment with different drums and see what sounds they make. And so one super important thing about music is keeping a steady beat, and that's what the drums or the percussion section does. So a lot of times it's just a 1, 2, 3 beat, or a 1, 2, 3, 4 beat. So you can kind of practice that, keeping a steady beat and counting to 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you can go really fast or really slow. That sets the tempo of the song. So if you were going to do a fast beat, you might do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or a slow beat would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's a fun thing to practice. You can practice that using rhythms as well. And some of my favorite rhythms are pepperoni pizza. We could try that together. Pepperoni pizza. And why don't we try to do that 4 times together? All right, ready, go. Pepperoni pizza, pepperoni pizza, pepperoni pizza, pepperoni pizza. All right, another one like that would be run pony, run pony. Let's try it. It would sound like this: run pony, run pony. So why don't we try that one together 4 times? Ready, go. Run pony, 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 run pony. So there's lots of different ways to practice rhythms. You could even use your name. Like my full name, or my name and middle name is Sarah Elizabeth. So you could try that as a rhythm. Sarah Elizabeth, Sarah Elizabeth. And you could try that with your own name. Or like a storybook character, like Pete the Cat would make a really good rhythm. Pete the Cat, Pete the Cat, Pete the Cat, Pete the Cat. So you can kind of experiment with that. And one book that's really good if you want to keep experimenting and learning rhythms with syllables like that is Tonka Tonka Skunk by Steve Webb. And it's a really, really fun book if you want to keep practicing this concept. This is Tonka, this is Skunk, and they love to play the drums. Say their names together and hear the beat, like this. Skunka, tonka, skunka, tonka, 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 skunk. So this whole book is like that, and you can keep practicing in a really fun way with that book. All right. I also have a song to share. This is just called Tap Your Sticks, and it goes like this. Tap your sticks, tap your sticks, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Can you tap your sticks? Can you tap your sticks? Just like me, just like me. Tap your sticks, way up high, way up high. Now back down, tap your drum, tap your drum. All right, so now that we've learned that, why don't we try it one more time together? Tap your sticks, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Can you tap your sticks? Can you tap your sticks? Just like me, just like me. Tap your sticks, way up high, way up high. Now back down, tap your drum, tap your drum. Awesome! And so now I'd like to read a book called Drum City, and this kind of explores our community theme a little bit more. And you can feel free to drum along a little bit with the book. Every time I say the word drum, you can feel free to drum along. I'm just going to jump right in. Drum, drum, boy in the yard drumming so hard, calling all kids to come drum in the yard. Drum on some kettles and cans, here they come. They run to the beat of the drum. Drum, bowls and buckets, cartons and cans, barrels and bins and pots and pans, mops on pails and rusty old rails, a frolicking, rollicking ruckus of rumbling drums. Drum, jump to the sound, dance all around, loud on the tubs and the tins that they found. March, calls the boy in the yard full of drums, hundreds and hundreds of drums. Hum of the city, humdrum of the city, ho hum. Something is coming. They watch and they wonder, assuming the booming is summertime thunder. Thumping and pounding, the echo resounding, the sound of the pound of the drums. Drum. Buses and cabs, bakers and cops, people in banks, people in shops. Everywhere, everything, everyone stops for kids marching in with their drums. Drum. People in traffic keeping the beat on the hood and the trunk and the bicycle seat. Mamas and rollers rock babies and strollers, clapping and stomping and stamping their feet to the drums. Drum. Drums everywhere. In the park, in the square, by the pond with the ducks, in the zoo with the bear. From Hill Street to Main to Sassafras Lane, kids shake up the city with drums. Drum. The city becomes a city of drums, banging and clanging as everyone comes. A summer parade, a drummer parade, a magical bucket and bowl serenade in the heart of a city of drums. Drum. Up in the plains, down at the docks, bang on a lid or a crate or a box. Everyone jams, everyone rocks. Everyone beat on your drum. Drum. Play hard, play soft, play happy or blue. You listen to me, I listen to you. Over the mountains and over the sea, drumming like you, drumming like me. Together we drum. Let's drum. So I hope you enjoy drumming. You can make up your own songs and rhythms. You can look up some videos on YouTube and drum along. You could go get some CDs from the library and drum to those. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy making music. Come see us at the library again soon. Bye.